everyone, this is Miss S from Excelsior Charter School, and today we're going to be covering Geometry, Lesson 1-7 on Basic Constructions. These are all the vocabulary words we're going to go over, and so to begin with, we're going to start with constructions. In constructions and geometry, you use different tools to draw geometric figures. So I went ahead and put a couple of constructions on this page here for you so that you can kind of see what they will look like when you're done. Some of the tools that we use are a straight edge and a compass. So the straight edge is really just a ruler, and you don't have to use a ruler to do that. You can use, any straight edge, of course. And then the compass there is the tool that looks kind of like the letter A. And as you can see from this photo, it has kind of a dot down here that would hold onto the paper. And then on the other side over here, it has a pen or a pencil. And right in here, this moves, and so the A gets wider or closer together depending on what you need. And that's a compass. And you will use your compass and your straight edge to create 4 different types of constructions in this lesson. They have you constructing congruent segments and congruent angles, as well as perpendicular bisectors and angle bisectors. And if you go through your textbook, it shows you step by step how to do each of those, and the videos also show you that. So now we move on to perpendicular lines. We already talked about parallel lines, and those were 2 lines that were in the same plane that never intersect. And perpendicular lines will always intersect, but in a very unique way. So these are perpendicular lines here, line AB and line XY, and they cross at a 90-degree angle, and that will always make perpendicular lines. And just so that you know, perpendicular lines are right angled on all 4 of those different sections there. They're all right angles. In geometry, if I wanted to say that these lines were perpendicular, I could write line AB, and I have line XY. We'll put that their lines up here above them because we need to always have the arrows. And then the symbol that shows that they're perpendicular looks like an upside down T. And so that's how you show that they are perpendicular. A perpendicular bisector will be perpendicular, will be a 90-degree angle, and then to bisect something, bi of course means 2, and to bisect means to cut it in 2. So to bisect means to cut into 2 equal pieces, and to bisect perpendicularly is to cut into 2 equal pieces at a 90-degree angle. So segment AB here was cut into 2 equal pieces. You'll see the 2 little hash marks on either side there. And the line that came down right through the center is at a 90-degree angle. So this line right here is the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. And a bisector can be a line, a segment, or a ray. It just has to be going right through the midpoint to bisect it into 2 equal pieces. Now, an angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle into 2 congruent angles. So I apologize for this being a little bit blurry here, but angle LKJ, the whole thing here, was bisected by ray KM, and you can tell because they use these little arc hash marks to show that these 2 are equal. Sometimes you'll even see them like that with a little hash mark in between. But either way, it's showing that those 2 different sections are congruent, and therefore KM is the angle bisector of angle LKJ. Once you have that they're in 2 equal pieces, you can use algebra to solve. So let's say this was 3x plus 4, and this was 4x minus 1. You could put those to set them equal to each other and solve for x. Just like I've done there, 3x plus 4 equals 4x minus 1. Subtract the 3x from both sides, subtract 1 from both sides, add 1 from both sides, and you'll get that x equals 5. And if they asked you what the angle's measure is, you would take this 5 and you could plug it back in for either of those x's. And you could figure out what each of those separate angles are. And if they asked you for the whole angle, LKJ, you would have to add those 2 together. And that's how you do that. Good luck, everybody. I hope you guys do great.